Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm your boy LOZA. We're looking at LordTrent's deck profile again. I've skimmed it. I think I skimmed it on my phone like yesterday, and it actually didn't look that bad. And heaps of people were telling me to watch it. And we've already roasted LordTrent, but let's come back to it, see if the deck's improved. Did read a bunch of the comments and people were suggesting stuff, so I'm guessing there's still some problems, but let's have another go. And yeah, there's a test 10 at the end in which he doesn't add Soul Servant off Rod, and then he misses a draw too. He adds Salvation instead. Like, that's cringe to me, guys. Like, I tell everyone Soul Servant's like your first search target with Rod, because even if you like don't go through the Dark Magician combo, even if Anaconda gets negated, Magician Soul should have sent DMG or DM. So Soul Servant is always a draw one, at least. Like, it always gets you to something else. So you'd never have to search something else. It's always safe to grab Soul Servant first and then think about what you want later. Especially because you're going to get that extra draw if everything resolves appropriately. Anyway, let's get into the profile.
Alright, what's up guys? New deck profile today. We're doing Dark Magician. A lot of new support for Dark Magician. Also, Skill Drain is now at 3. You're playing 3 copies of Dark Magician. You can easily cut this down to 2 if you want to. I've seen builds with 2, I've seen builds with 3. Either way, it's perfectly fine. I like having the third one just in case one gets banished or something like that. But you can definitely cut one. It's not crucial that you play 3. 1 copy of Red Eyes for the Dread.
The problem with saying like playing 3 is fine and then being like, oh, it's so if one gets banished, like I can still play. Well, that's what the second one's there for. And anything past the second one is just like, you've already shown us Red Eyes. Like, you've got 4 vanilla cards that don't do anything in the deck. Let me show you some math real quick. All right, on the Yu-Gi-Oh probability counter, right, we've got Dark Magician, Red Eyes, and Dark Magician Girl. I'm gonna count them all as bricks, so that's in LordTrent's video. He's got 6 bricks because I'm gonna guess he's playing Dark Magician Girl as well. So we've got 3 DM, 1 Red Eyes, 1 DMG. So LordTrent's got the 5 brick package. We are going to see the probability of opening one of these bricks. Wow. So with these 5 bricks, you can see that 50% of his games, so that is, let's recap, that is 5 out of 10 games, Lord Trent is going to open up one of those cards, one of those bricks. Why? Let's cut it down. Let's cut it down to 2 Dark Magicians. So this only becomes 4. 42. 42% for those playing at home. 40% out of 100 means 4 out of 10 games, essentially. 4 out of 10 games, you have less chance to draw this. I don't want to have to bring math into like every deck profile, but Jesus Christ, guys, come on.
Dragoon, the easiest way to get Dark Magician in the graveyard is through Predaplant Verde Anaconda. That didn't get hit, so we can definitely use that. That's why I played the Red Eyes. And then we play 1 copy of Dark Magician Girl. I used to never play Dark Magician Girl, but now I play Dark Magician Girl. She is very, very good with the field spell. Essentially, every single time you use Eternal Soul, you get a +2 because you summon Dark Magician, then you summon the Dark Magician Girl for free. He kind of just drags her out. It's really good. And yeah, she's just a free resource. Plus, you get an extra draw of Soul Servant. I play 1 copy of Timaeus. I'm more just testing him.
Oh, good.
He's actually pretty good. He's one of the new support cards. Basically, what it allows you to do is send a spell or trap card that lists Dark Magician in its text or a spellcaster monster to the graveyard, and then you can special summon him, and it lets you fusion summon.
Let's go!
With cards you control. So actually a pretty good card, easy to fusion summon. You can use him to make Dragoon. He is a dragon, and because he lists Dark Magician in his text, you can actually search him fairly easily off of the new monsters like Illusion of Chaos.
It's 1 a.m. here. I shouldn't be yelling.
We play 1 copy of Apprentice Illusion Magician.
Nice.
This card used to be a 3 of like guaranteed, but now it's more of a 1 of because you can just use it for her effect to boost attack if you need to get over something that's really strong. We have 1 of 3 of our really good combo starters, which is Magician's Rod. This card is another card that is really good because it's a +1 on summon. It lets you search all of the spawn and trap cards, and then it's recurable.
I'm going to speed this up
because
he's actually nailing a lot of this.
Another very important card. But basically, this card is just one of the better cards in the entire deck. It's a free summon, or a free summon of a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, and on top of that, if it's on the field, you can send spawn trap cards from your hand or on the field to the graveyard and draw cards, so that's very good for that purpose. Then we play as one of the new monsters. We play 3 copies of Illusion of Chaos. Illusion of Chaos is great. Yeah, this card is really good. What it basically allows you to do is you
My only issue is if he's going to be playing 2 prep, then I'm going to be like, listen, 3 prep, 2 illusion, but anyway. Oh, there's Starlight? Is that a Starlight?
It is.
Get
a monster, Dark Magician monster, from a Dark Magician card that lists Dark Magician in its text, and add it to your hand, and then put any card in your hand back into your deck. It doesn't even have to be itself, but you can actually put itself if you want to, but it's really good because you can put the bricks back if you want. You can put Dark Magician back, Red Eyes, Dark Magician Girl, like it lets you put brick. If you have a brick in your hand, it basically lets you unbreak your hand. Also, it's a Chaos monster, so you can go into the new Chaos Fusion. Then we also play 3 copies of Pre-Preparation of Rites,
of course,
which allows us to search this new monster. This new monster is one of the most important cards in the deck, so you definitely want to see it as often as possible. Yeah, even seeing it in multiples, even though it's a hard one per turn isn't the biggest deal. He's very good because you can just every single turn kind of rotate cards out of your hand. Now to continue here, we also play 3 copies of Magician's Circle, because it lets you banish. You can
Alright. You had me in the first half, Trent. Besides the 3 DM, everything was looking really good. And we've come back to 3 circles. Now that we have Illusion of Chaos, we actually see Rod a lot more, which means we don't really need... I really don't think Circle's needed at 3 ever. Circle's just not needed at 3, guys. 2 at the most, but anyway.
Down to play counter traps and hand traps, whatever you need. When I was testing, I cut this down to 2 at one point, cut this down to 1. I kind of went back and forth, but I like seeing it as often as possible because even though a lot of the different things are searchable, Rod only searches once, so you can only kind of like add one single spell. This is something that you always want. It's one of your main lines of interruption. Every time you summon a Dark Magician, you get to banish a card. It just works very well with the deck. It does suck to draw it in multiples, but generally speaking, this is one of the cards you really want on the field. We play 3 copies of Soul Servant. This card is easily one of the better cards in the deck. It lets you activate and put any Dark Magician card on the top of your deck, and then you can banish this out of the graveyard, and then for every different name of Dark Magician Girl or Dark Magician Palladium Oracle monster, you can draw 1 card. So because we play Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, we end up drawing 2 cards, as long as we just banish this out of the graveyard. The second effect is hard once return, the first effect is not. We play 3 ritual spells, sorry, 3 fusion spells, Red Eyes Fusion, Magical Eyes Fusion, and Secrets of...
I got excited. He's like, we play 3 fusion spells and drop ref. I'm like, he's playing 3. Okay, this is not a bad spell lineup. Let's just start with me saying that. But if he bumped that ref up to just 2, this lineup gets like instantly, like it triples in value. The reason why you never want to play ref at 1 is because if you open it, you can't do your Anaconda play. You could have Rod, Souls, like extenders out the arse, have the best possible board turn 1. But if ref's in your hand, Anaconda can't use its effect to send the ref. If your hand's that good that you do want to go down the Anaconda path, well, you probably need to send a ref from deck. Because otherwise, with a good hand like that, you're going to have to hard activate ref, and then your hand is full of monsters and extenders. Like, if you get Ash, like, you can't even set pass, right? So that's why, in my opinion, like, obviously you want to see ref with heaps of traps, or the opposite, you want to have, like, Magician Souls, Magician's Rod, with a ref, and you can send it away to draw. Hopefully you don't draw your other 2 refs, and then you can make Anaconda and send the other ones from deck. It normally works out fine that way. So yeah, that's just another reason, guys, to play more than 1 ref. You don't have to play 3. I know I say play 3, but yeah, 2 is good as well, okay?
Of dark magic. Yeah, this one's searchable, these 2 are not. This can be sent off a Predatory Anaconda, and so can this one. They all have their uses. This one's obviously very good because you can just dump materials from the deck. Magical Ice Fusion is good in the grind. You just activate it, banish things out of the graveyard. And Secret Village of the Secrets of the Dark Magic is very good because you can search it. Next, we play 1 copy of the Field Spell. This is our last spell. 1 copy of the Field Spell just because the Field Spell is actually really good, but it's very searchable. This is usually what I go into when I have Rod because it's a +1. You activate Rod, search this, activate this, set Eternal Soul directly from the deck, and then every single time you summon a Dark Magician, you get to bring a Dark Magician Girl out of the graveyard for free. So that is all of the monster cards. Next, we play 2 copies for the traps, 2 copies of Eternal Soul. Everybody knows what this does. It basically makes your Dark Magicians unaffected. You can continuously summon them. And also it searches Dark Magic deck, but we don't play it. 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, also another great card. One of the better hand traps. Definitely 3 copies of Skill Drain. This deck is just very good under Skill Drain because a lot of the monsters don't do anything with the exception of Rod and some of your fusion monsters. Most of the main deck monsters like Dark Magician really don't do anything on the field. Dark Magician is very good because you have Eternal Soul, you can keep summoning it back, summoning it back, and you have Skill Drain on the field, making all other rendering essentially every other monster totally useless. And on top of that, you have the Circle, which banishes every single time, so all the protection is gone. You just target banish. Yeah, it's really good. It helps. The Skill Drain is one of the craziest cards. It helps so much. As long as it's on the field first, it can out basically any monster because their effects are negated as soon as they hit the field. Then we play 3 copies of Ice Dragon's Prison. This is another really good card, especially against anything with a Predaplant Anaconda route. So, for example, it's very good against. This card is any deck that plays Predaplant Verde Anaconda. This card is very good against because, for example, if they use Phoenix Enforcer, they activate Phoenix Enforcer. You can target the Dasher in the graveyard, banish that, and then banish Phoenix Enforcer. And now both of those routes are gone.
Lord Trent, oh my god, I can't believe it. Thank you. You're bringing a tear to my eye, man. This is growth. This is character development. Your Dark Magician deck is so much better. I don't know if you've seen my video on you. I probably hope you haven't, but the point is, you've improved so much, and this is so much better. Like, this is how a Dark Magician deck should look on a channel as big as yours, and this is perfect. Thank you. You're now broadcasting, like, actual information about Dark Magician that is helpful, constructive, competitive. Like, this is a good list. Yes, of course I disagree with 3 Dark Magician and 1 ref. I think you should switch the ratios, more or less, 2 Dark Magician, 3 ref, but honestly, this is so much better. Those things, they're minor, okay? This is incredible. Thank you for the improvement. Now you are broadcasting this to your fan base, and they will say this is a genuinely awesome deck. Like, thank you. And people are going to copy this deck and play it, and you can feel proud, you know, that they're playing an awesome Dark Magician deck that's made by you. So, thank you very much.
And they can't use Celestial. And also it's very good against Dragon. You just bait a gate and then you just banish the Dragon. It's good against a variety of random decks.
100%.
Sometimes you just use
That
the monster back
outs
from your opponent's
DP
for free and attack over them or link away. That card is really good. Now for the extra deck. So first we're going to start with the fusions here.
Let's go.
We're going to go to the
Please.
Right, so for the fusions, we play 1 copy of Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. Sometimes if you have a good hand going first, you can summon this and then link it away for Predaplant. And you can use Eternal Soul to bring this back and then it protects your back row because it counts as Dark Magician in the graveyard and on the field and it protects your back row. But yeah, sometimes when you have a really good hand.
I hope I'm loud enough.
And the Dragon
I think I am.
1 copy of Master of Chaos. He's a new card. Basically, as soon as he's summoned, he lets you summon a Dark Monster, light or Dark Monster from your graveyard. Also, you can banish. You can tribute a light and Dark Monster to destroy or to banish all the monsters you can target.
If that effect was quick effect, this card would be so much like cooler and better. But oh well.
On top of that, when this card leaves the field, it allows you to. This card is destroyed by battle card effect. You can add any spell in the game back to your hand. So
I wish it was leaves the field as well. It's destroyed by battle or card effect. It's like, oh, just make it leaves the field, please.
Pretty good effects. He's better going second than he is going first.
You could honestly link this away with Anaconda and like just grab a spell from grave. Then that would have been nuts. But nope.
But it's definitely a very good option to have. 1 copy of the Dark Magicians. This one gives you just more draw power, more advantage. It does more of what the spells and traps.
I'll only be mad if this is in here and like he's missing like say I'm Dark Link Spider, Anaconda 2. I think he's missing a second Dragoon, I think people said. Look, 2 Dragoon I think is optimal, but you can get away with 1. But 2 is definitely what you want in like an actual pure or Dark Magician-esque deck, you know? But anyway, that's not the biggest deal, so let's keep watching.
Deck, which is very good. This deck is very good at accumulating advantage very, very quickly over a number of turns. It's a very good like run game deck. 1 copy of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon.
Yep.
Obviously, this deck this card we all
So
know what this does. It's very good. It speaks for itself. 1 copy of Ebon Illusion Magician. This one obviously attack, target, pop, special summons. Yeah, Ebon Illusion very good. And then we play 1 copy of Divine Arsenal Zeus. Sometimes we summon over the Ebon, send everything to the graveyard. That's usually when you put the game in that sort of game state. It's definitely near the end. Next, let me put these link monsters in order.
Come on, Artemis.
All right. So for the link monsters, we play 1 copy of Imduct. This is a very good monster.
Yes.
It's basically a dragon,
Yes.
and on top of it, any card it points to gets destroyed by battle automatically. So it's kind of can help you out stuff. 1 copy of Artemis. Artemis is a light, and you can put that in the graveyard really quickly.
Yes! You king. You absolute king. Let's go. You're giving everyone Armduck. You're giving everyone Artemis. Lord Trent, you absolute demon. This is incredible.
And once you put the rod in, you put the rod in the graveyard, and it's a light, so if you can use it for Chaos Master to tribute itself and then banish your
Thank
entire
you.
field. IP Masqueradum.
Thank you. Everyone forgets that. People are like, oh, the best light to summon for Chaos's effect is Timaeus. I'm like, bro, what about the Link one that's light that can be made off Rod or Soul? Like, come on, it's free. Oh my god, this is so good, Trent. Congratulations, this is incredible.
Predaplant Viridian Anaconda.
Yep.
Nightmare Unicorn. Access Code Talker.
Sure.
Mech Knight Crusader Avermax, and the Blackluster Soldier.
I would honestly just take out, like, I would probably take out IP and, there was no Selene, right? I'd probably play Selene instead of Unicorn. I'd play a second Dragoon and a second Anaconda instead of Avermax and something else. But this is still a good extra deck. BLS, great card. Like, this extra deck is fine. I would just tweak it like a tad for my liking. I do think in Dark Magician you need 2. But all that being said, this is so good. I'm so happy. This is awesome.
Soldier of Chaos. So that is all of the extra deck cards. And now I'm going to show you real quick show you a couple combos real quick with the deck. The deck actually does have some combos that you can do.
Alright, let's look at the combo. I know he messes it up.
The deck has a lot of consistency cards, and that's what is really, really good about this new set. It's a lot more consistent than it's ever been. You have essentially five different card starters. You have Soul Servant, which is a starter. You have...
Alright, I am going to leave it there because I don't want this video dragging out. I know that the combo gets slightly messed up, and that's okay. He knows now, like people have told him in the comments. Great. Congrats, Lord Trent. This is absolutely incredible. This is probably one of my most positive roast channel videos. But that's all because you've improved the deck tenfold. This actually looks so much better, so much more playable. Congrats, man. This is awesome. I'm actually very, very happy. So thank you for going out of your way to making... So thank you for going out of your way to make your Dark Magician deck like really, really nice. That is so awesome. And have yourself a good day, guys. I'll catch you later.